and some of the fish, and I'm just going to give this a little try. And tomatoes on toast are nice on their own, but the fish just adds that little bit extra meatiness to it. Hi everyone, and welcome back to Googie's Kitchen, and if you are new here then hello and welcome. My name's Alexis, and in today's video I want to share with you how to make my delicious sea bass on Herby tomato toast. As I just mentioned, today I'm going to be making sea bass on Herby tomato toast. This recipe is really easy to cook and I am so ready for this meal. I've just done all of my cleaning and I'm really hungry, so I'm really looking forward to this. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to preheat my oven to 200 degrees. While the oven preheats, I'm going to simply put a tin of chopped tomatoes into a saucepan, and I'm going to turn the saucepan onto high. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some chopped herbs to that as well. So it's only me having this meal today. In the original recipe I think it says serves 4. So I am actually using a whole tin of tomatoes because I'm starving. So I'm going to use a whole tin of tomatoes, and then I have some herbs here that I've picked from the garden. So this year I'm growing herbs in the garden, which is lovely, I have to say. If you have got a window box or a garden to grow herbs in, then I highly recommend it because it's so nice going outside and just picking them and smelling them and stuff. So here I have some rosemary, I have some thyme, I have some oregano or oregano depending on which continent you're standing, and that is it. I have a bay leaf as well which I will put in later, and I also have some basil there as well that I'm going to put in. So I'm just going to put these into the tomatoes, and I'm just simply going to mix these around like that, and I'm going to let the tomatoes come to the boil, and then I'm going to leave them to simmer. I am still waiting for the oven to preheat, so as soon as it preheats I will put the fish in, but now I'm just going to wait for these tomatoes to come to the boil as well. The tomatoes have started to come to the boil, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add in some salt and some pepper. So I'm going to add a little bit of salt in, and the salt will hopefully bring out the sweetness of the tomatoes. As it's just me, I can add as much of this as I like, so I don't mind it too peppery, I have to say. So I'm just going to add that in, and I'm just going to stir those tomatoes around, and I'm going to turn the heat down while I'm here as well, and I'm going to leave these on a low heat. And what I'm hoping will happen is the liquid will evaporate and the tomatoes will become quite jammy, so they'll become quite thick and stodgy, and that makes a really delicious base for the sea bass to go on. I think my oven is nearly preheated, so I shall go and put the fish in now. I've got the fish and I have put it into the baking tray, and I'm just simply going to put this into the oven for about 12 to 15 minutes, or until the fish starts to flake easily away from itself. The sea bass is done. It flakes away from itself quite easily when I pull it with a fork. So, and I think the tomatoes are done, so I'm going to go and serve up, and that is my lunch today. As you can see, the tomatoes are done as well. They have thickened slightly and they've started to go jammy, so that's a perfect consistency. I've cooked my toast, so I'll pop them on the toast and then I'll put the fish on top, and that is my lunch done. I just thought I'd try a little bit of this before I actually sit down and eat it. I'm sure it's going to be delicious, but I'm just going to get a piece of the bread and some of the fish, and I'm just going to give this a little try. And tomatoes on toast are nice on their own, but the fish just adds that little bit extra meatiness to it. Oh, it's delicious. Looking forward to that for my lunch today. That's how you make my delicious sea bass on Herby tomato toast, and that recipe I will link in the description box below for you. As you may have noticed if you've got to this point in the video, I didn't actually add the bay leaf in nor the basil, so I've just put the basil on the plate, and the bay leaf, well, it'll have to go in a different dish now. But if you did want to add it in, I would add it in right at the beginning when you add in all the herbs, and that way it will flavour the tomatoes. It does leave it really nice and flavoursome as well, but the herbs I have in this dish will be also really flavoursome as well, so you can put it in or you don't have to. The decision is yours. Anyway, That's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to give me a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and please feel free to leave any comments below, and please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. See you all soon. Bye.